Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year's. So, let's just get this year started with an art supply haul. It's not a huge one, but I think it's an interesting one. And maybe the things I have taken out gives away what it is to some extent. This one's entirely empty, and there's not enough in here to fill it up, but I needed that one. So, is this the year's first haul or last year's last? I ordered this in the middle of December from Jackson's, and thanks to Customs Copenhagen, it didn't arrive until now. There's a sheet of paper I need to get out because my address is on there. So it's sat in Customs forever and ever. So, this is something I have wanted for a long time. I have wanted to try Roman Szmal paints since they came out. And Jackson's had a sale, and I decided it was time. I don't need more watercolors, not by a long shot. But I wanted it, and it was time to try it. So I ordered, and it might be that it comes across as a bit of a random choice of colors, and to some extent it also is, because I did not need another primary set. For instance, I didn't need a new cyan or a new primary pink or anything like that. So I have been going for colors I know I was gonna like, and pigments I'm interested in, and things I wanted to try. So let's start here. I ordered a buff titanium. It's a little bit of an oddball in watercolor, because that and titanium white, it's very opaque. Okay, I should probably get some scissors because this is not coming out just like that. 2 seconds. Yeah, I've been on YouTube long enough to know when to try and get a pair of scissors. or other tools, because opening stuff while filming for some reason gets super difficult. So there's that sticky. So yeah, it's opaque, but sticky. And the number is there. Okay, but it's interesting to paint with. You just if you want to make a transparent glaze, don't use titanium anything it is mixed into. And the titanium buff is interesting because it's not pure white, it has this slightly yellow color. I want that sample. Oh, I'll figure that out. Good. Yeah, it's a little off-white, so it's not peeling things down quite as hard as some other. So let's take the other opaque color here. That's this Naples Yellow Deep, and this is the pigment PBR24. You can get also Naples Yellow, and that's a mixed pigment one, but I took this one because I wanted just a straight pure pigment. I'm not opposed to mixed pigment colors. It is just sometimes if there's an option to get a pure color with just a single pigment, I like that. So, and I got this in a full pan because I could only get it in a full pan. It's not all the colors that come. Oh man, I better save this. I'm gonna take that too. Very sticky, and I'm not surprised because everybody else I've seen unpack these paints, they have been sticky. But that's also a kind of an opaque pigment. I got this one from Schminke as well. They call it titanium gold or something of the sort. Nickel Azo yellow is kind of one of my new favorite pigments. It is PY 150, if I'm not mistaken. And it has this slightly brownish undertone, and it's transparent, and it's just amazing. That came out pretty much with everything. And I got another yellow in here, but it's probably marked as a green. I bought a ton of greens. Here. Deep green gold. PY 129. It has been a favorite of mine for a long time. So I got it in several versions from different brands, and this is a quite greenish yellow color, and it has some of the same qualities as a Nickel Azo yellow. It's transparent and has this kind of earthy undertone, and which is just yummy. So I got this thing where I'm thinking, over time, those two could easily be the only two yellows that I really use. Then we don't really have any reds. You say this is a red? Yes, it is. It's Perlin Maroon though. PR 179. And yeah, the last couple of 3 years that has grown on me, and I'm gonna do some videos where yeah, you will see this. Oh no, half the pan is stuck there. How do we do that? We need a palette knife thing. Don't want to pull all of it off. Oh, that's a lot of paint in there. Yeah. This could use a rethink, this packaging. I know why it's packaged the way it is, because you can see the color through there. But it also means that it, like this one, it doesn't have that on the top. So that is a mess. That could cause me to only buy the full pans in the future. If I ever use up any of these, I will get full pans as a refill. But yeah, Perlin Maroon, yummy color. And again, it's a red with an earthy undertone. I'm gonna leave that there because I'm gonna use that for swatches. So no real oranges. We go into reds. And after reds, we have no purple, so we take the blue ones that I bought. So I can't believe I bought 5 greens. I usually mix my own greens, so here is a cobalt cerulean blue, a pigment that I didn't used to use much, PB36. But a long time ago, I bought a set of professional Winsor Newton colors, a 24 set, and there's a cerulean blue in there that I actually do like. I didn't use it for the longest time, but I started using it, and it's grown on me. And I have also used quite a good deal of Schminke's super granulating colors the past year or so. And there's cerulean blue in some of those mixes as well. So let's give it a go. The thing about Roman Szmal is that compared to other brands, their cerulean blue and cobalts and stuff, they're much more affordable. It's an expensive pigment. So we got, I guess we should move this over a little bit because these are actually kind of violetly colors, the ones I got here. I got Shadow Violet as one, and this is one of those convenience mixed colors. It is PG50, PB29, and PB19. So it's PG50. Is that a cobalt green? I think maybe. And PB29 is just I know that's ultramarine blue, and PB19 is quinacridone rose. So that is a mixed color. There's lots of sample paint in there. Need to move this over just a tad more. Come on, out. The other one is Misty Morning, and it's a mixture again of the same green and quinacridone rose, and it's actually kind of a little bit of a grayish color, but let's try and put it in with the violets here. It's kind of bluish, and that's actually what you get when you mix violets and greens, is you often end up with kind of a dusty blue. So there we go. Sticky stuff. Greens, I think. And here I have gotten some granulating greens amongst others. So this one is Perylene Green, PBK 31. Yeah, also one that has snuck onto my palettes and into my heart over the past couple of years or so. I have totally fallen in love with Perylene colors. I got them from Schminke and from Winsor Newton, and I totally love them. And Perylene Green is kind of the darkest single pigment green you can get. It's PBK 31, so in the code here, when it says BK, it means black, so it's actually labeled as a black pigment. It's a green-black pigment. Aquarius Green is Roman Szmal's own mixture, and it's PY150, so it's that azo yellow, green, gold, and the Naples yellow. This is PBR 25, Okay, so it's not the same one. I think that one was 24, wasn't it? So it's another brown. And PB29. Let's say that's what. So, and it says it's granulating. I've gone for some granulating colors here. PG17, this is chromium green oxide. And it's non-granulating and semi-opaque. And it is a slightly, it's an interesting color because, or pigment. It's one of those pigments where either you love them or you hate them. I actually quite like it. It doesn't have super much staining power and it's a little bit discreet, but I like it. It's an earthy green on its own. And we're getting to the end of that row. So, autumn green. And this is a fairly new color. And it's PG26, PY150, and PR122. So PG26 I think is also a chromium green. PY150 is nickel ace or yellow, that one. And PR122 is a quinacridone pink. And it's close to being a primary pink. It's actually another of my favorite pigments. So, gosh, 4 greens already, and here's number 5, Hookah's green, PY150 and PB27. I'm not sure what brown that is. So, sticky stuff. Sticky stuff. And I dared buy these many colors because I have seen so many people whose opinions I value and trust has been ecstatic about these. And the last 2 here is Blue Ridge Sienna, Burnt Sienna, and it's a PBR7. It's earth pigment, and PBR7 doesn't say much. It's just a natural oxide, and it comes in so many variety of colors. And this one is supposed to be quite bright red, so it's like a super sienna. And the last one is also a brown. It's a iron chrome brown, PBR29. This is a pigment I don't know at all, but I saw another YouTuber, and I think it was Lily Moon, swatch this a long time ago, and I was like, oh, I got to get that on my palette at some point. It's so dark. It's incredible. So how many colors did we get? I believe there's 12 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And with those, it makes 15. So it's even an odd number palette. So I got a brush somewhere. So let us try and sample this. I stained this paper. I don't know how I managed to do that. Anyways, it's good enough for swatching. So let's see if we can find, as I remember, there was definitely residues in here. Buff titanium. In itself, it's maybe not so interesting, but it's an interesting mixing color too. Yeah, this is a nice soft cream color. And that just came out of there like nothing. That's one of the things I like about watercolors is colors that I don't have to pre-wet and I don't have to sit and wait for. There might be some pigments where that's the case, where they don't re-wet really easy, but it's also a brand thing. And anything that is honey based, which this is, I believe, always release the pigment quite easy. The backdraw of honey is, yeah, sticky. So it's a little bit of a choice. Oh man, that's the Naples yellow. And I want to try already here a mixture. So we're gonna mess up this because I want to try and mix those two. Yeah, then you get this soft. It looks like white mixed with yellow ochre. Yeah, I could see that go nicely into landscaping. And if you're a portrait painter who does Caucasian skin, that could probably be a thing to use as well. Gosh, there's so much paint on there. You can barely see I touched it. Nickel Azo yellow, that one was a sticky one too. There was the other one, I'm gonna save that. No, okay, there's nothing in here, so we'll have to take that from the pan, and that's perfect. Oh, that just releases so easy. So that's the Nickel Azo yellow. It's bright enough, but you can see in the mass tone it's a little bit brownish, and who doesn't like that? It's not super warm, but it doesn't matter to me. I can mix a warmer yellow if I need to. And here's the deep green gold. PY 129. It is a cooler thing, and this is actually not as green as some versions. It gives off so much pigment, it's just unbelievable. It's actually hard to water it down. They are gonna go a long way. You have to paint a lot to empty a pan of this. That is for sure. That is a great pigment load. Oh my gosh. I am not unhappy with any of this, except that I got too much pigment stuck in there. Perylene maroon. Oh yeah. I think there's a little bit of yellow in my brush still. Oh. Oh my gosh. Gosh, man, if I wasn't already married, I would be off to Poland to ask a man to marry me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is so awesome. Gosh. Somebody who puts that kind of dedication into paint gotta be a special person in many ways, in good ways. So, Shadow Violet. I know I'm not gonna harass Mr. Roman Szmal. It was a matter of expression. Shadow Violet. Oh. Now, this is a color that is similar to something I have mixed a lot of times. But I've said it often enough, if you keep mixing the same color all the time, it's okay to go and get the convenience color for it. So, oh, that pink leaches out. This is a granulating color. Yeah. That's going to be interesting to see when that dries. That is super interesting. And the next one was also something about misty morning. No paint stuck in that, so we take that from the pan. It's the same, but without the oh no, that pushed over. Might have to redo that swatch. So this is just a blue. It's a green and purple or pink. I like that. That is amazing. Just touch the paint like lightly, and you have to wash out your brush because there's so much pigment on there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am so stoked and I can't contain myself. I'm trying not to scream here. This is just amazing. It's been a long time since I've been this enthused. Wow, that's really bright blue. Wow, it is much brighter than I expected. That is so bright I probably would never use it straight up. Let me try and we have messed up here, so that has to be watered out really much before I would use it just as it is. It's a little bit overexposed there. Let's try. Yeah, I'll try and pull it up to the camera when it's dry. But yeah, that's like super strong. You get a lot of paint for your money in this brand. I tell you that this is like fantastic. That is a pigment load out of this world. Perylene green, PBK 31. Well, this is not like super dark. He has another perylene green. I might have to try that one too. But I like this green. It's a nice dark green, and if you like get it up in concentration, it gets really dark. Some brand sells this also as shadow green because it's so dark. Perylines are non-granulating. So I believe the next one was Aquarius green, and that was one of the few that didn't leave anything for me to paint with. So let's grab it from the pan. So I've seen lots of people swatch this, and I can tell you it doesn't come across on the screen any way as it looks in real life. It is brighter than I have seen it look on screen, and I can totally understand why people has been happy about this. This is like a olive green type of color, but more green than olive green. That makes no sense. My camera is not liking me today. So, chromium green oxide. Yeah, this was the pigment that's slightly controversial. Some people like it, other people don't. I like, oh, this is quite okay. Wow. Wow. I used to have it on my palette as a kid, and I used it all the time. It was Winsor Newton's, and it did not look like this. Not even close. It was much, much more faint. So yeah, I'm kind of a middle of the road kind of green, but slightly earthy. I like earthy greens because that's how greens look in nature. They're not like super bright. And I'm planning on using these for landscapes. So we got to, that was 3. Number 4, I think that's autumn green because that's sticky. And the last one was Hooker's green, that wasn't quite as sticky. So this one, I believe that's chrome green. I'm not super strong in the green pigments, I might be mistaken. But a green pigment, that yellow, and a quinacridone pink. So can you separate for me? How do you thin out? Good. Sometimes you don't see the true nature of those mixtures until they dry, so we'll just leave it there. So, and the last one was Hooker's green. Again, same yellow, the Nicolazo yellow, and PB27. Oh, I would never have bought this. That's my bad. PB27 is Prussian blue, and I don't use Prussian blue anymore. So this is gonna just sit on my palette unused forever and ever. That's too bad because it's a nice color though. But I'm never gonna use it. I have been removing Prussian blue from my palettes, and anything that contains that is also not on my palette anymore. So I'm glad this was not an expensive pan because this has to go. I love the color of Prussian blue, but I don't use it because of the properties it has, where it loses its color over time, and then yes, you can restitute it in darkness, but who buys a painting to see the blues fade and then put it in hiding for however long it takes? You don't. And that's why I don't want Prussian blue on my palette. So the Blue Ridge Burnt Sienna. Yeah. Maybe not as red as I thought it would be, but it's a nice middle of the road sienna. It's not as in your face red as some of the synthetic reds. I don't think this is a synthetic. No, it's PBR7. And then the last one is iron chrome brown. Look, it is so dark. It's like chocolate brown. And it's granulating as well. I need to, has a purplish undertone. And I thought that was the yummiest earth color ever. So I've used a ton of water to try and get color separations and granulations to show that one and that one. I need to, the Misty Morning and the, what was it? Shadow Violet. I need to redo those two. I am so gonna use this. That is fantastic. So is this one. Up here, you have some really clear color separation where that PV19 pink is separating. So I'm really curious to see when it's all dry. Oh, that's a bummer. The hooker screen, because it's really nice. This autumn green is separating out. That looks brilliant. Oh, and the Aquarius green. Oh my gosh. And that perlin green looks like it's granulating. That gotta be a mistake. I gotta find the... It's marked as non-granulating, but it has some texture going on, like it looks like it's... So this could be a working palette. I've been dabbling in abstracts the past year. That's why I haven't filmed, because I feel completely out of place with abstracts. And then I've done landscapes as well. And this could very, very well be a standalone landscape palette. It could just work as it is. So I want to try and show you a couple of color mixes. Sticky little thing. Perlin Maroon. So that's, I got two reds, Perlin Maroon and that Sienna there. I think I maybe like the Perlin Maroon from Schminke a little bit better. It's a little more rich in color. But this is absolutely okay. Got that one cleaned up. So we got that. We can try the Naples yellow. So that gives kind of a muted orangey kind of color. Let's try the Nicolaso yellow. Also gives kind of a dusky kind of orange. We can try the Blue Ridge Sienna and the Nickel Aso yellow. Actually gives a brighter kind of warm orange, but because those are earth tones, it's an earthy orange. but it's still bright. Oh yeah, I like I like these colors. It's like yummy yummies. Definitely my new favorite landscape collection. I will do a video where I show you my collected Schminke palette. Um, I, I wish I could mix the two. I would have both paints in the same palette because they would complement each other amazingly much and good and stuff. So here's that cerulean blue. And don't get me wrong, I am not unhappy that it is bright like that. I was just surprised how deep and rich it is. So here's Perylene Green. This could well be a separating kind of color. Oh, that's like a sea green. Oh, oh, love this so much. Yes, yes, yes. I also want to try it with Perylene Maroon. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That gives like a gray violet. And again, it could potentially be something that's separates because the cerulean blue is a granulating color. And when you mix a granulating with a non-granulating, you usually get color separation. And that's what some of those popular convenience mixes play on, like that Aquarius green there, you get a color separation of the pigments that is in there. And I'm so sorry for that flicker. This year might be the year where I beg my husband for different lighting because this is annoying. Sorry. So yeah, that's what some of the house mixes that you can get from different brands. And granulation has been such a big thing the last few years that nearly all brands is giving out granulating paints if they didn't have any, and they make convenience mixes with what they got and stuff. So there's a big thing, and it started with the super granulation colors from Schminke, and actually it might have started with Roman Szmal just giving out granulating colors, and everybody followed. I actually think that was what happened. So, oh, that one. Oh, I like these colors so much. I'm gonna just paint until I drop. Oh my goodness, that is so amazing. So let's try. And the green gold on its own is super. It's toxic green. It look like toxic waste, but it mixes amazing greens. Let's just try here. That was a cerulean blue. That's almost too bright, but no, no, it's fantastic as well. It is fantastic. Nothing short of that. Gotta try it with the Acer yellow as well. Yep, 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 yep. Wow, that's super bright. Oh yeah. So, yeah, let's just see if things lead together and see what happens. Yeah. So 15 colors is a lot. You have so many mixing of opportunities. And I should probably do a video just doing that. That shadow violet is great. How do you look if I mix some more green into you? What if we add more of this green chromium? Because I actually bought it to mix into greens to darken them up. And yeah, we like this one too. Definitely good for making deep, dark shadows, cold shadows. Oi, oi, oi. This is yes. Oh, I love this so much. I might add a couple of reds to this. And I think I know what reds I want. Oh yeah, now the Perlin Maroon have had a little time to activate. Now it's like getting that deep red that you can get. So what if we mix the sienna into that? I've had luck with that and Perlin Maroon before. Yeah, that's also a nice mixture. It just, yeah. I'm running out of time and space here. This one. Iron Chrome Brown. I'm looking forward to testing that out because I've never tried that before. How are you with Naples Yellow? Oh, you kill that. Might as well try and use up what is in the packaging. Those are two really strong colors that makes odd. I would have to mix that on a palette. So this gives kind of a I don't know what to call it. I want to call it a golden brown, but it also has like feels a little green for some reason. And in the mass tone mix here, it feels like wash. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, interesting. I can't wait to paint something with these colors. It's fantastic. Oh, that misty morning and green mix there. So fantastic. And here that mixture I made with the, what's that? That was cerulean blue and perylene maroon. It does separate. The perylene maroon is looking dominant, but the paint is still wet, and perylene colors has this thing where they mute down a lot when they dry. That is one of the things that some people has a hard time working with. Personally, for some reason it doesn't bother me that it happens. So, yeah. Oh, there are so many combinations I want to try here. That is amazing. Yeah, I definitely want a couple of 3 colors more. But these were kind of, I got, what, 4 or 5 of my favorite pigments and some convenience mixes and a couple of let's try these and see how it goes. And yeah, I am so happy with this. I can totally understand why people go ooh and ah for Roman Szmal. A long time ago, I bought some Daniel Smith paints because people were ecstatic about those, and I found those to be good but underwhelming. I, for different reasons, do not use Daniel Smith anything anymore, but I was not this excited about them. This is like last time I was this stoked about the watercolors. It was when I bought my Mary Blue paints. The watercolors. I love those as well. I only got like 5 colors, but they are amazing too. But I could just stock up on Roman Szmal and never use another brand again. That's for sure. And I mean these are kind of the earthy tones. I can't imagine how the bright colors look. That's just, it's mind blowing. This is fantastic. That is there's so much love and craftsmanship put into this that I'm just blown away. And I mean, I have painted with nearly all of the major brands that are all good. That is all also fantastic. But this is just, this is a whole different realm of paint. And it's not even dry yet, but I can just see things. Oh, this is fantastic, man. This is so interesting. Yeah, this is good. That misty morning is probably a little more pink than I like, but I can always add something to it to adjust it. See how much pink came out of those two, where they ran together. But yeah, let this dry and then I'll do the outro for this. Okay, everything is dry now, and this is how it looks. So some of my own mixes granulated and separated because I used that cerulean blue. And I mean, look at that. That was the shadow violet and some extra green That is nearly black. It was exactly what I wanted. And that autumn green there, it's yellow around the edge because I put too much water, but look at that. That's mm-mm-mm. And the shadow colors there. And that chromium brown there, what was the name of it? Um, and the navel's yellow, look at how that dried. It's like absolutely yummy, yummy. And the perylene red. And yeah, I just can't. I got no words. This is amazing. I have one regret, and that is not doing this sooner. This is fantastic. And now I have to go and feed my horses. So this video will be edited and uploaded later, and I might upload two because I so want to paint with this. But I gotta run. It's almost dark. See you around. Thanks for watching.